Joining us, I'm Jenny Day.
And I'm Adonis Albright. Arizona Governor Doug Ducey in Yuma today, covering a wide range of topics in his State of the State address relating to our community.
Yeah, we do have team coverage for you tonight. News 11's Samantha Bird tells us what Ducey is doing to improve education, but we begin with News 11's Adam Klepp.
He spoke to the governor after a border roundtable discussion with local leaders, getting an update on the ongoing crisis as Yuma remains in a local state of emergency. Adam?
Jenny and Adonis, Governor Doug Ducey pulling no punches when discussing border security after his State of the State address. In my exclusive one-on-one interview with the governor, he told me he's doing what he believes is helping the situation, but ultimately the blame for the border crisis lies with the White House.
A federal government that's derelict in its duty, that's absent without leave, that's AWOL and anti-wall.
Governor Doug Ducey doubling down on his stance when it comes to who's responsible for the border crisis. Ducey, along with Yuma Mayor Doug Nichols and other local leaders, took part in a border roundtable. While the Department of Homeland Security has not yet released apprehension numbers for January, border wall crossing activity appears to have slowed in recent weeks. I went to the wall the morning of the governor's visit and saw law enforcement present at illegal crossing hotspots, but no migrants. Mayor Nichols confirms a decrease in crossings, but says the numbers are relative.
Our normal slow now is up to 600 people a day. That's not anywhere near normal.
Nichols added Yuma remains in a local state of emergency due to recent border activity.
At this point, there really hasn't been a dramatic change to want to change any of that.
The local emergency was declared in December when Border Patrol reported over 1,000 illegal crossings daily over consecutive days. Governor Ducey says the crisis won't go away on its own and that current federal government policies are concerning even if crossings are down temporarily.
As long as there's an open borders policy, there's going to be a stream of illegal activity and people from other countries coming across it to take advantage.
Ducey confirmed the National Guard is still serving in a support role to law enforcement in Yuma and for now will continue to, despite a recent legal opinion stating the governor could militarize them.
Well, we're going to continue to use the National Guard. We surge badges to the border to support law enforcement.
And just 10 minutes ago, I saw a group of 6 migrants walk up this hill here and through the gap in the border wall here at the Morelos Dam, illegally crossing into the United States. Back in January, Department of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas visited Yuma. Governor Ducey told me he didn't speak with Mayorkas before, during, or since that visit. Yuma Mayor Doug Nichols did meet with Mayorkas during his time in Yuma and told me today as well he expects to have a follow-up meeting with the secretary soon. Reporting at the Morelos Dam, Adam Klepp, News 11.